bullshit. So he started telling Major League Baseball who it was, and he's proving it to them on paper.
So there's a clinic in Florida that. How long ago was this?
This is a few years ago.
10 years?
No, like literally maybe like 4 years ago, 3 years ago when people started going there.
I just still can't wrap my mind around. They were actually giving professional baseball players steroids. And I'm assuming, obviously, the players were paying for them.
Of course.
And it'd probably be exorbitant amounts. But it's one thing to do a stupid drug trade like that, but to actually keep records of... They need to spend a night in Scarborough to learn what business is really like.
Now, if everybody does business the way they do it in Scarborough, we'd be dead.
Probably. No, but so they were actually keeping records, and now one guy, he started selling the records to someone?
No, the guy who ran the clinic basically had his clinic shut down. So as revenge, he's like, hey, guess what? I have all this stuff on paper. You're going to suspend all these guys and this and that. So he doesn't get charged.
This is his...
defense.
This is his bargain with the FBI so that they don't... so this way the district... He won't lose his license or anything. There won't be a case.
Oh, no. He's not allowed to do business ever again.
No, he lost his license?
Yeah. Well, the clinic got shut down. He'll probably lose his practitioner's license.
But I mean, probably. But chances are, though, they need a case against him first in order to start the process to revoke his license. But if they take the case away and then just say, no, sorry, our mistake, then he'll keep his license. He might get like a warrant, like a suspension or something, a few years.
But the fact that he's been an enabler for something that's illegal in the game of baseball, like, they're gonna charge him regardless of what the outcome is.
That's true. They'll find one way to charge him, one way or another.
And I'm pretty sure he's been charged. Like I haven't been paying attention in depth of what's been going on, but all I know is that it's gonna hurt the Blue Jays by losing Melky Cabrera, and it sucks. I can sympathize with him because he already was suspended for 50 games and didn't get to participate in the San Francisco Giants Major League Baseball, like when they won the World Series. He was on that team, and he's the reason why they made it to the playoffs.
But he was
suspended. He got suspended, and he didn't get to win the World Series with his team, which sucks.
Oh,
and now he's going to get suspended
that's
additional...
like the pinnacle of the sport. I mean, everyone's out and then he just loses it.
Yeah, he got suspended, but they won the World Series without him.
Yeah, but that's not the same, right? I mean, like if he did so much work to get there, and then like right at the finish line, forget tripping him, someone took like a big ass club and just broke his shin bones. They, you're staying here now.
And now he's going to get suspended for an additional 100 games if this goes through. That's like, oh my God.
But then after this, don't you think the coach is going to start reviewing him, saying, you know what, we might not even want this guy anymore?
Well, they signed him this year to play him on the team. They wanted to take a chance on him. And in my head, I'm like, yo, it's wicked to have him, but like, two things. You don't know, like, if he's off the juice, when people who normally go off the juice don't perform as well, which has been proven so far. He hasn't been performing the way he did, right? And second, the media press that's going to come along with it is going to be stupid. Like, so it's just like, those are the two big risks that you have, and so far it's just like...
It's not paying off.
He's been, like, a good, like, addition to the team, but as far as, getting what they wanted out of him, I don't think it was worth it. I really don't. He's a wicked player, but, I was just like, man.
It wasn't worth the risk?
I don't think so, personally.
Well, I mean, now it's happened, and it's like right out of the gate, he gets an injury, so he's not playing. And now, during the course of the injury, this case is coming up. So forget about the recovery. Even, so one knows, okay, so say he has an injury, and he's told by practitioners that you are now banned from playing 5 games, just for the sake of the recovery.
Yeah.
And say if he does get banned for another 100 games because of this case. So is he banned for 100 altogether, or 100 plus the 5?
No, it's just 100.
Altogether? So as soon as they say that, okay, you're convicted,
when you're rehabilitating, like when you're going through, they call it rehab, right? A rehab stint. When you go through that, like you'll even play games in the minor leagues, to get you back up to speed, and you'll go up the ranks and everything.
But
according
this
to
ban
rehab,
for
right?
the drugs thing is across the board.
Yeah, he's not allowed to play anywhere that's associated with Major League Baseball.
Damn. If done properly, masala can be sweeter than candy, but it can be deadlier than a habanero.
Really?
If depending on how you do the masala, everyone just thinks that there's only one type of masala. No. think of this. Every marinade that you can think of for foods and dishes and everything, combine them. But obviously,
Damn it.
it kept breaking in half.
Yeah.
It broke in half like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine you combine all of that, but different marinades, different seasonings, different proportions, come with different flavors. So there's different masalas. This is like a generic masala that works with almost anything. But there is specific like chicken, beef, fish, and then there's one for specific dishes too.
Yeah.
Like biryani will have its own. But then like if you see the Pakistani place that has like korma or karahi or something, they have their own too. My mom, that's her spice cabinet. It's not like she has like cumin and like and saffron and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like 2 entire shelves full of different masalas for different dishes.
See, I don't know that.
Because chickens need less spice. Red meat needs more.
That's true.
But then again, it depends. Is this like a steak style red meat or a stew style red meat?
Does the stew need more?
Exactly. Stew needs a lot more. It doesn't need more. It needs stronger flavor. Something to overcome the gravy that's in.
Yeah.
But if it's steak, then a really light flavor will work because it's direct exposure. Different masalas for different dishes have different mixtures.
So what's tikka masala?
Chicken. It is just that. Chicken tikka is the dish.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Eastern version of barbecue chicken.
Okay.
So it's typically cooked with fire in one way or another. They don't have grills over there. They have things called tandoors, which is kind of like a clay oven, but stuff actually cooks in there, not like a pizza does. So you get a similar barbecue effect.
Is that where tandoori chicken comes from? Is that where tandoori chicken
That
comes
is
from?
tandoori chicken.
Okay.
Tandoori masala plus chicken equals tandoori chicken.
So a deep fryer with tandoori.
No.
Doesn't work.
I tried. Not really. No, because the thing is that like masala does not work as well deep fried because it's something that when it comes to major meats, it should be something that should be slowly cooked into it. You know what I mean? Like a deep fried cooks it too much too fast.
Yeah.
So that you end up with the outer layer being cooked with everything, but the inner layer is bland. It's like KFC. You know. But that's why they say for tandoori chicken, it takes like up to an hour of just cooking alone.
Yeah.
That's not even preparation or anything. Just you put the thing in the oven. It's like half an hour, 45 minutes minimum, just in there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the chicken's got to be marinated for like 6 hours before. My mom, we marinate the night before.
That's like, well, I mean, that's the best way that you have like chicken and everything, man. Like, if you have it marinated.
But for tandoori specifically, you need to. There is no option. There is no like if you like it like this, you like it like that. No.
There's no paste.
No, you got to mix it all. You got to prepare it all. And the only option you have, do you want to prepare it 6 hours before? Well, 2 hours before, 6 hours before, or the night before? That's it. Me, night.
Yeah.
The longer the better. If it was something for barbecues, I do 24 hours.
It's funny because the Western way of thinking is like people will get that marinade and all that stuff, like, you know, the stuff that comes in jars, and you can just spread it on with a brush, like cooking the meat right on the barbecue before you don't even marinate it. You just put the stuff on top and then you grill it on top.
Yeah, but that's
like,
not right.
No, that's the Western way.
I know. That's not the right way. My way is that I will marinate about 80% of it, like 70 to 80% beforehand, night before, day before, whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's got to be a hand marinade. I don't know what it is, like just doing it with a brush or something. I mean, like, if I'm feeding other people, I wear plastic gloves. But if it's just for me, myself, just clean my hands, that's good enough.
Yeah.
But it's just not the same with a brush, because at least, it's me, I gotta cut the chicken every time. Like the beef or chicken, whatever it is, I can't cook it just like that.
Yeah.
Because you always end up with like that raw inner core, or at least like not the completely flavorful. So what I do is I take a small knife, just do like little slits here and there in the chicken.
Yeah.
And when I'm marinating it, I do it with my hands, and I make sure to like dig in with my fingers into those little slits that I cut. So this way the marinade goes all the way through to the bone.
So you'll do it before you put it in the marinade?
Yeah. I do the cuts first, then I do the marinade, and I make sure to kind of like just, at least even for half a second, in each slit, my finger was in the slit. And this way the marinade gets through, and it'll sink through for the night.
You know what pisses me off? You know when you buy chicken, like in this grocery store and everything, and it's like already pre-cut? Because they cut it all the way, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
it's like
but they don't-
there's that little slit of
Yeah.
some, like, I want to do that.
It's not just that. Each guy has their own perception on where those cuts should be.
Yeah.
Like, to me, never cut at the joint.
Yeah.
I say that's a bad idea. But there are some guys out there that say that, no, you should cut at the joint. Like, avoid the center bones, cut only the joints.
Yeah.
My thing is that at the joints, there's already very little meat to begin with. What are you cutting? You're cutting a little bit of cartilage. Cut at the center parts of the bone. So this way, there's a huge chunk of meat there that you're going to shove the marinade. Difference of perspective, but the point is, you're cutting the meat.
Yeah.
And you're shoving the marinade in there. But the thing is that I do 75 to 80% the night before, but then the day of, I do like a light marinade on top to give it like that kind of like an outer tasty shell.
Yeah.
So you'll still get like that little smoked burnt taste that mixes with the marinade, but at the same time, that flavor from the marinade is all the way through to the bone. Like the bone is no longer a bone color. The bone has turned to whatever color the marinade you used.
Brown.
Which is, yeah, that's the thing, like a light, like a beige to a light brown.
I like to put like turmeric in it. The bone
Make it a
turns
little yellow or something.
It's like, yeah.
It's like, it's zombie meat. It's infected. Eat.
It's delicious.
It's like, they don't have a problem with that, and they eat it all day long.
Give me that. If you're gonna complain about it, I'm gonna eat it. I don't understand why people would buy ice cream from the gas station.
Well, I don't.
Like if you're not like, look, I understand. You know,
Well, it's more like
walking
if you,
by.
like if you're driving by or something and
Yeah.
you're stopping to get gas and you have a kid in the back seat that's pissing you off, and if you know like ice cream is a treat to shut them up, and you're planning on giving them a treat anyway. Just pick it up and give it
I
to them.
got you. Look, shut up. You got ice cream.
It's like, you win, motherfucker. And
Pope Francis says he won't judge gay freaks.
yeah, there was that whole thing where he actually, well, you know how Republicans are. Oh, he's gay himself then. Blah blah blah. But really, like his just thing is that he doesn't care if you're gay or not.
Well, you know what? He's right when he says that, though. Because, I mean, really,
It's
the
not
saying
his
goes,
job to judge.
Exactly.
He's a pope, but the thing is, there's supposed to be someone else that's, you know, like a step higher that's supposed to be doing all the judging. So he's not going to judge. At best, he's probably a prosecutor.
Well, that's it, man. It's just like, you know, you're not, like, God is the one that judges you, no one else, right? So
I just forward the message along.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like, I think there was like a god named Mercury who was the messenger? It's like, here's the note from him. Adios.
Isn't that Hermes?
Was there? Yeah, sorry, it was Hermes. No, but it was like, I think the Roman gods had planets for their names. So I think for them it was Mercury. And Greeks was Hermes.
Yeah, Greeks is Hermes. Mars,
Oh man.
which was Ares,
Yep. Bitch.
the god of war.
Yeah. Well, I think the Romans also had Athena, who was the goddess of wisdom, but at the same time, she was also a warrior.
Yeah.
Athena, although goddess of wisdom, had a full body armor, and her choice of weapon was a spear, in which she would really just like go right at your eye. And I don't mean like a little poke. I mean
It's like from that roof.
actually from the trees over there behind the roof.
Actually, way across the world behind that tree.
It's like that direction is somewhere in South Africa, the long way around.
This guy's got to be prepared to be giving away some like meal, like give away a few meals for his marketing. Like if he had like let's say he does get a website or blog running, right? If you say follow us on Twitter, you could win on whatever, like a free meal for two.
That could work.
Follow us on fucking Twitter. You know?
Or no, not follow on Twitter, but tweet something. Please, because you know you can get a lot of followers and you have no idea who to pick from. But the thing is that just because someone follows doesn't like that means that they're going to be entered every time you do that contest. So say if you do it like once every year, then just because they
Randomly
followed,
picking, but yeah, I get
I mean,
what
like,
you're saying. Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like I did
It
it
kind of
once.
shows
and
you who actually really wants it.
yeah,
They'll most likely follow you anyway.
someone
after.
someone just pay attention, like someone who's actually paying attention and taking note of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then just say that, well, if you
Because those
tweet
are the
like
people
this,
that are gonna talk about it.
exactly.
Because one thing I realized with social marketing is that like you could friggin' get people followers and stuff like that, but no one's really gonna talk about you. You want to have
You need
people-
to
you
start
wanna
the
have a-
conversation.
Exactly.
You like it's not that you provide a distribution channel; you become the mediator. You get it open up. You just say, okay, we're going to talk about burgers, but we're going to talk about this contest that's happening at this burger place.
Yeah.
Now, here's what we're doing, and now let other people talk. Like, well, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Basically, don't just start the conversation, but be an active party in it.
You know what I would do?
Well, actually, no, here's a perfect example. On Facebook, this is a massive fail, and is now on Failbook. Some woman sent a message to Walmart saying, my marriage is falling apart. But you know what actually makes it look good on Walmart's side? When you look at the screenshot of that conversation...
They sold her legal advice.
No, it's... you know how they show you a picture of yourself next to the comment box that you can fill in to respond?
Yeah.
It's the Walmart logo. So that screen capture came from someone in Walmart actively reviewing those messages and responding to them. Yeah. So that means that they have someone that's actually continuing the conversation, that's pushing it forward, and not just you guys figure it out.
Yeah.
Because that'll never work. You can just assume that everyone on the planet has ADD for a maximum attention span of 5 seconds. Really, there's a reason commercials are only like 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Because that pretty much maxes out the average North American's attention. But just assume that everyone only has an attention span of 5 seconds. That means that really every 5 seconds, something new, 4.5 really, something new needs to come up.
Oh my god, a fly.
It's like, oh my god, it's wings are buzzing. Oh my god, the thing is yellow. Oh my god, there's a vent over there. Oh my god, my food.
Oh, I like
Food.
So great.
No, that's what I mean. Like, you need someone that can just keep it moving forward.
Yeah.
Don't let it get stagnant. That's it. That's the main thing about all of marketing, not just social media marketing. Think of this, if you saw the same commercial on TV for 10 years,
Yeah.
would you give half a damn?
No, because it's like
It's the same thing over and over.
noises now.
But if you saw the same commercial for a month or two, but then you see another new commercial, but the same company, you'd probably take a second look at it, right?
You might actually think it's funny. Like,
You
hey,
might
that
actually.
was funny.
But I mean, like, you'd actually like think, like, hey, what's going on? Say Wendy's. Now they have like 3 different commercial types for 3 different campaigns.
Yeah.
They have the Wendy's spokesperson, so the new hot girl,
Yeah.
she's pretty much talking about a specific dish.
Yeah.
Like they have the new chicken, like buffalo chicken salad. But then you have the actual Wendy that owns and runs the place. She is also a spokesperson, but when you see her talking, she's not targeting a specific dish. Typically, her thing is that she'll bring up a new dish, but her main thing is how Wendy's works overall. So for the young Wendy's girl, it'll be like, this is the dish we're eating. Do you like it or not? For the Wendy's owner,
Well, listen.
pretty much, yeah. But for the Wendy's owner, Wendy's has been around for so long. My dad, Dave Thomas, started this thing, named it after me, Wendy. And now we're continuing the tradition of old-style foods, Dave's Thick and Juicy. So you see, like, this whole thing of their history came in, and then just at the very last second, here's a burger. But the thing is that it's a different style, even though they're doing the same thing. They're promoting food.
I think with that commercial, they target older markets.
Exactly. But nonetheless, they changed something. They didn't leave that same style for so long. And even now, in some of KFC's commercials, they were bringing back, like, for the longest time, but this is some time ago, 5-7 years, they were actually bringing recordings of the original Colonel Sanders into the commercial.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because the thing is that that does work to bring back old material, but you have to gauge what's a reasonable amount of time. 5 years ago, are you going to care? No. If you saw a commercial from 20 years ago back on TV, you might just recognize the voice and think, what the fuck just happened?
Oh my god, that's what he looked like.
Exactly. But the thing is that it's just something that shocks your system a little. That's all social media marketing is. It's just trying to keep your attention going for so long. So that book that you have, I'm assuming that it's covering practically everything in social media marketing. So you'll have like the concept of blogs and
My book?
programs. Yeah,
No.
programs like what does it cover then?
It just covers marketing concepts and how to create a bank, but like not how to do it, but basically just examples of how this company did it. And
So basically, it was using case studies to show how each marketing campaign really hit the home base. But chances are, it also showed you other case studies where they were way off.
yeah,
And I mean like galaxies away. It's just the main thing. A lot of people, it depends on how you try it and what target you hit. Look at Nintendo. Look at Pokemon. The original target was just little kids.
Yeah.
And now, dude, I play Pokemon. I'm 24.
I do too. I'm buying X and Y.
You know what I mean? Like, the thing is that we're not the target market. At least we weren't originally. But the thing is,
We were.
we were like way back when. But the thing
Yeah.
is, now they kept the targeting over there, but then they realized the bigger market's actually with the people from the first generation, from those that actually knew about red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
Those are the same people. That's the main market.
You know what pisses
I'm
me
thinking
off?
that if I have my yellow cartridge, I don't even have my Game Boy anymore. I have my yellow cartridge, my very first Pokemon cartridge. I will kill you if you touch that cartridge. But you see what I mean? It's kind of like they created that kind of a hold using their marketing techniques,
Yeah.
using Nintendo's marketing techniques. They created that kind of hold in me, and chances are they have a similar hold in you. Chances are, if you saw one of your kids fucking around with one of your Pokemon cartridges, there will be punishments. There will be punishments.
There will be spankings given.
Exactly. But the thing is, you won't even think twice. You'd be like, you little bitch.